Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Victor and I produce drum and bass under the name of Dimbolt. If you like drum and bass or if you like music production in general, check out my channel to have more videos like this. So today we're going to talk about funk drum and bass. Yeah, we're going to talk about jazz, groove, funk, you name it.
You like jazz?
I mean, if you like, then this video is for you. So before we get started, I wanted to let you know that the track we are reviewing today is out now on Yana Music and you can listen to it everywhere on Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, blah 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 via the link down below. Please listen to it so I can buy a cup of noodle to feed myself. Thank you. Anyway, how was the track made? So THEATRIX, another artist signed to Yana Music, sent a message to say, hey, can anyone make some basses for this track I made? And I just replied, yeah, I can do it. And he said, okay, and that's how the track was made. I know I'm not particularly known for making funk stuff, jazz stuff, but I took some dance floor drum and bass with funk drum and bass and mashed them together. Huh? Didn't expect that. And now I realize some people are going to say,
yeah, bro, funk drum and bass already exists, bro. It's not how you do it, bro. You should use a G minor 69th chord, bro. Why aren't you using some samples from the 70s, bro? This is cringe, bro.
Anyway, today I'm going to show you the project file and how I made some funky basses for this track. But before that, let's get some coffee. Okay, THEATRIX, he sent me this track. It has almost all the elements for the final track, but he really needed a bass. I just worked on the bass and sent him back, and with a couple back and forths, we agreed on the final version. Yeah, let's check out what he sent me. You can hear already it sounds pretty full. There is the main piano, there is the guitars, there is the vocals. So I just worked on the bass to fill the lower side of the spectrum, the sub, the mid basses. So I really want to keep the vibe of the original and add my own touch with some kind of dance floor kind of vibe. So yeah, it was pretty challenging to find something that isn't too liquid. Just a sub would work actually for this track, but I wanted to add a little bit more. So he sent me some stems. Usually if you collaborate with someone, bouncing stem is the easiest way to work because not everyone has the same DAW. And actually with stems, you can chop it up, you can remix it. For this track, I think I just left the stems like this because it's already so good. The vibe is really good and I didn't want to interfere with it. Not sure that's a word though. So I just added 6 layers of bass for this track. The main element, I think, for this type of track is the sub. If the sub is really bouncy, if the sub is really full, the rest of the basses are just here to add the little touch, add the little things. But if the sub is lacking, if the sub is not punchy enough, it will just feel empty. So let's start with the sub. And if you don't have headphones or if you're listening maybe on a phone right now, you cannot hear anything. It's basically a sine wave. The main element here that makes it really full and pop is that I treat it like an 808. I really wanted to have that pop like this. The easiest way I found to do that is to actually add a pitch envelope. Here you can see I have an LFO. So every time I press a note, it will sound like it's going from up to down. Yeah, that's it for the sub bass. Here you can see for a sub bass, it goes pretty wild on the notes. If I listen with the stems, So I added the second bass, which is basically something more mid-heavy. So the main mid bass is this one. I like it so much. So here's how I made it, just through waveform, and they following the notes of the sub bass. I have another bass here. For this one, I just wanted to make some bass that sounds a bit more organic, like it was played from a real bass. It's actually the default bass patch from the Boo bass. So it sounds not really good on its own, but if you add some OTT as well as some distortion, some reverb, it sounds a bit more natural. And I layered it, and I layered it, and I layered it with some serum patch as well. So together it sounds like this. For the third bass, it was more of a filler bass, and it sounds like this. This one is really just a donk. I used it in a previous track called Over that was out on IT. I just modified the patch to make it less distorted. My favorite bass of them all is this one. I just love wobble bass. I started to listen to drum and bass when it was all wobbly and stuff, like old Subfocus, Netsky. So I really wanted to add this and add a modern twist to this sound. So I added this wobble bass. And it has an envelope that makes it go slower and slower. So it goes faster and it just slow as the time goes, like this. And for the bass, it's a serum again. Here you can see the filter going faster and faster. In the end, I just added another wobble bass. I just wanted to have some pour ajouter de la variété, quoi. Does basically the same, except this time it's going faster. And if you play all the basses together, it sounds like this. Then we added some post-processing like distortion mostly, OTT as well, EQs, anything that could make it glued together. And with the stems, it actually sounds like this. So that's it for this track. If you want to listen to the full track, you can do it. There's a link down below. It's available everywhere on Spotify, Deezer, Apple Music. And shout out to THEATRIX and Yana Music for making this happen. Seriously, you should check out THEATRIX stuff. He's a really good producer. And the Yana music catalog is amazing too. It's full of bangers and great artists. So yeah, great label. By the way, if you like the vlog part, please let me know in the comments so I can make more videos like this. And don't forget that if you want to support the channel and if you want to support what I do for free, you can just like the video and subscribe to the channel, share it around, and it will help a lot. Thank you, and I see you in the next video. Bye bye.